On 28 March 1900, about how many years?
123 years.
Exactly 1, 2, 3
years,
not to be forgotten ever. The governor, Sir Frederick Hodgson, entered Kumasi. Now the background is like this. In 1896, the then governor, Sir Maxwell, went to Kumasi with about 3,000 soldiers, ostensibly to negotiate how Ashanti would be able to pay 50,000 ounces of gold, being the cost of the Sakranti War. You know, the Asantewaa and the British governor sat on the days, and all their war generals. It never occurred to them that the 3,000 soldiers that had arrived from the coast, largely Hausa soldiers, were there to arrest the Asantewaa, heavily armed. And the sitting arrangement was such that when the British decided to arrest the Asantewaa and the chiefs, there was nothing that could be done by the Ashantis, except to say if they had attempted to save the Asantewaa, everybody there would have been killed, and Kumasi bent down again. Now, when the British went away, they heard from all the investigations that Ashanti was coming together, arming with the intention to fight the British so as to bring back their king. And they also realized that having taken Prempeh away, Prempeh the First away, was a mistake, because the Ashantis did not serve their king. What they were serving was the golden stool. So if you wanted to disintegrate them with a view to ruling them, then it was the golden stool that you needed to take away. And that was the essence of the visit of Sir Frederick Hodgson. At the meeting, he made them to know that he was not comfortable with the way they had welcomed him, making him to sit on an ordinary seat or chair, when Prempeh, who was sitting on the golden stool, had been defeated and deported, and made a demand for the golden stool. He said the following day they should bring the golden stool to him. It was just a ploy. In fact, there was an Ashanti rascal called Kwame Tua, and the Ashantis have a saying that Tuate are not broniate. Whatever the Ashantis planned, this man from Ejiso will go and tell the white people on the coast. And so they knew where the golden stool was hiding, between Barre and Offenso. And in the night, they were going to take it. And that's why he just told them, tomorrow, bring it. And everybody was quiet at the meeting. Asantewaa was there because her son, Nana Kofi-Afrane, was taking along Prempeh. And she was there to represent the Ejiso stool. As a woman, she waited patiently for the men to speak up, because the white man, the governor said, after my speech, if anybody has a question, you can ask, and I will answer you. And the way Ashantis always sit, it is easy to tell those who agree or disagree, because they sit according to the chiefs. And we all know that the people of Mampong, Agona, Nsuta, and Jabin decided that they should not fight. They should make friends with the white man as a way of making the white man to understand that they will serve him all right. He didn't need to disintegrate them. He didn't need to take away the golden stool. Then another group, the Ejiso people, the Offenso, Manso, Nkwanta, and then Kokofu and Kumasi also said no. You see, we wanted peace and they've taken away Prempeh. So we have to fight. Otherwise, when they take even the golden stool, they will still come and take people away. So we will fight. And then another group led by Bekwai, and then Bekwai, and then Bechem, they decided that they will stay neutral, so that after a war, they will be able to come in to talk to the white man if the white man wins the war, so that they will not be able to take the golden stool away. So from this, you can see that everybody wanted to protect the golden stool, but from a different angle altogether. Then Asantewaa got up when nobody spoke, and as a white man, whether on his way coming, when I say the white man, I mean the governor, whether on his way coming to Kumasi, he met Prempeh. And then Prempeh has been sent to the Seychelles Islands, so very good. You see, the interpreter explained to the white man that here, among Africans, it is only the keeper of a property who can be asked where the property is located. So he should bring Prempeh to Kumasi, and Prempeh will show him where the golden stool is. But those people sitting there, the men sitting there, they are quiet because they don't know where the golden stool is. So with that, definitely war will break out. So the following, in the night, the people who went in search of the golden stool were killed. And the Ashantis were warned the following day. And the soldiers who went to give warning to the Ashantis were also killed by the Offenso people. And that was why the Asantewaa War started. And as I have said, only 1/3 of the Ashanti army fought. The others felt there was no need for any fight because they were just too weak. Their leaders had been taken away. And fighting means the destruction of Kumasi and possibly giving the golden stool to these people. Mm-hmm. After about 6 months, the Ashantis had lost about 20,000 soldiers. So the war had to come to an end. And this is a war, if you were to describe it as the last Anglo-Ashanti war, then you give the credit to the white man that Ashantis were defeated. But if you name it by the correct description, that it was a war of the golden stool, then the Ashantis won it because they were able to keep the golden stool away. Mm-hmm. Now with this war, we should give credit to the woman you describe as a war general, because everywhere the British went in the world, not only the British, the French, the Germans, they were able to take their most cherished trophy away. It was only in Ghana that, based on the ingenuity of this simple woman, the golden stool was protected. Otherwise, the men were tired of war. They would have given it away. So I believe that we need to give honor to her. Now, after independence, after independence, Kwame Nkrumah called the Ashanti chiefs and was prepared to name even the international airport, our only international airport, after her. The Ashanti chiefs went away, came back to tell Nkrumah that, Ghana is split between the United Party and the Convention People's Party. You are a CPP man. Go around. When you get a CPP woman, name the airport or anything you want after her. Because Asantewaa, if she were alive today, she would be a UP or Matemaho woman and not a CPP. And I believe Nkrumah wasn't happy because she felt that their thinking was so dwarfish, so myopic, because he was looking at what the African has been able to do. And they were looking at a very small thing which I cannot describe. I will end by praying that the Ashanti should make another, this time a petition, because I always stand by the fact that Kotoka was a hero, all right, because you can see that as my friend was talking, he's an Nkrumah. I'm also an Nkrumah, but it's not everybody who is an Nkrumah. So you have to give due to him. But I believe that we can honor him at the barracks. We have so many military institutions in the country.
There's a school name after him even.
Kotoka Primary School is a small one. You can name a military university after him. But as for the airport that welcomes all visitors to the country, I believe it cannot be named after Africa's greatest politician. It can be Asantewaa, and it will not destroy anything. It will unify us most. And then lastly, I will say that when she was being taken away, the Ashanti men wanted to fight, so they were following her, and he asked them to stop and said, the real men died on the battlefield, and as I'm going, you can't fight again. And the women also chased her, and he said, I weep for you, because you have no men to protect you, and after me, there will be no more here. There will be no more war here. And indeed, after her being taken away, the British placed a bomb at where we have the Kumasi Fort, where the general post, the post office is. And every 12 o'clock in the afternoon, they would release the boom.
The cannon.
The cannon.
Okay.
So 12 o'clock, just to scare Ashantis not to reunite. Okay. Yeah, so every 12 o'clock, to this day, the Ashantis say Premuato. And that was what we used consistently to ensure that Ashanti will not come together, because that was what they used in defeating them. Anytime they saw the Ashanti army together, they would release it upon them. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
So that's a history of Premuatu, which means...
Premuatu, yes.
Which it literally means what?
Premu is the bomb, the cannon.
The cannon.
Yeah, and every 12 o'clock, boom, the whenever the Ashantis head, they remembered how it scattered them, it tore them apart.
So it was psychological warfare.
A big psychological, and it continued until even in the 70s and 80s when we were at school.
Even when we
heard of something. Yeah, just to make them know that when you are tempted, you will be in heavy trouble. Yeah, and then the Ashanti saying, Kwame Triatia, na Bruni Ati, traitor. So always they have been
Kwame hears it, then the
white man will hear it. And then the famous statement made by Asantewaa, Ochina Sesebre, na Samansija Enyekunu. That is, tomorrow around this time, all ghosts in the underworld who are still spinsters and widows will begin to have husbands. That was when she was declaring the war. That you men sitting there, I'm going to make sure your blood is spilled, and you join our women there who don't have husbands.
And then you marry them.
You marry them over there, and that's also an African tradition. The belief in the ancestral beliefs and all those things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's a deep dive into history. So now you know that apart from, March 28th is a big, very significant day in Ghana's history, in Ashanti's history.
And don't forget,
African history as
in
well.
the year 2000, when we were scouting for Africa's men and women of the century, she was Africa's woman of the century. We don't have to, we have to honor her for that.
Okay.
And I believe she deserves a very big position in the history of this country.
Awesome. Thank you so much.